Hi, this is E.T., and this is Tyson Fury, former heavyweight champion. He retired from boxing in 2015 after defeating Vladimir Klitschko. Since then, Tyson Fury allowed his weight to balloon to 380 pounds. That's about 172 kilos. Since then, he dieted down nearly 100 pounds, about 45 kilos, and should approach at least binocular distance of his previous fighting weight of 246 pounds, about 112 kilos. All this in preparation for a June 2018 return to the ring. That against Sefer Seferi, an unknown, natural cruiserweight whose sole notable heavyweight fight was a loss to Manuel Charr. Tyson Fury, despite Seferi's disadvantage in weight and experience, most likely will win the fight, but he won't look especially good. That due to his ring rust and massive weight loss. 3 examples of boxers who shed too many pounds too quickly should give Tyson's team pause. Example 1, Chris Bird, once one of the fastest, hardest to hit heavyweights ever. He dropped about 40 pounds, 18 kilos, dropping from 214 pounds, 97 kilos, to fight Sean George in 2008. That's a precipitous drop through the heavyweight, down through cruiserweight. The result, Bird, despite his team's hype about his feeling good and being quicker, could not put on an offensive. Whatever spark he had, and it was a bright one, was completely gone. He lost the fight by KO, and he retired shortly thereafter. Then there's Roy Jones' weight loss. 24 pounds, 11 kilos, after moving up to heavyweight from middleweight to take a title from John Ruiz. Now, Jones' weight drop was not as much as Tyson Fury's, but Jones dropped the weight much quicker, in less than 7 months. The result, Jones, arguably the most talented fighter of his or any generation, who'd seldom felt an opponent's punch, suffered his first real professional loss against Antonio Tarver, and that was followed by a KO loss to Glenn Johnson. Roy Jones never recovered whatever mojo he once owned. Then there's James Jeffries. He should be the poster boy against extreme weight loss. He's famous or infamous as the Caucasian former heavyweight champion, hauled out from retirement by Jack London and others to dethrone the current black heavyweight champion Jack Johnson. That fight took place in 1910. As history shows, Jeffries lost by TKO. But consider these facts. Number 1, Jeffries was 35 years old. That's ancient for a fighter of that pre-drug era. He'd been retired since 1904. He had to lose 110 pounds. That's 50 kilos, dropping it from a balloon to 330 pounds, about 150 kilos. All that to get his weight down to 226 pounds, about 102 kilos. His doctor was reported to have said, right prior to the fight, that Jeffries was in terrible shape. He would win only if Johnson lacked any skill on that day. Point number 2, Jeffries, during his career, was undefeated, and he had trounced fighters who had beaten Jack Johnson, men such as Jack Monroe, Joe Kennedy, who KO'd Johnson, Hank Griffin, Mexican Pete Everett, and Joe Choinski. Choinski had KO'd Jack Johnson back when Choinski weighed only 165 pounds, about 75 kilos. Jeffries, in 2 rounds, KO'd Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson was holder of the Negro heavyweight title. He was considered virtually invincible, but the beating he received from Jeffries was so vicious that Jackson's health declined rapidly and he died shortly thereafter. The point here is this: Jeffries in 1910 was a pale shadow of his prime self. He earlier would have given Johnson the toughest fight of his life and possibly, I think probably, beaten him. But he did neither because of his 5-year retirement and the ring rust that came from that, and that catastrophic weight loss. Given all that's known about weight loss, well, I might step into the ring with Tyson Fury myself. Maybe not. This is E.T. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe buttons.